What's up, guys? It's Mega Boss 1 here with your 2010-2011 NFL predictions. Now, these are mainly playoff predictions. As you see, I have all the teams lined up that I would think would make the playoffs. Now, this is my opinion. So if you guys disagree with my opinion, or if you have different predictions, what will happen, please feel free to write it comment section below. I'll be happy to talk some football with you guys. And that's basically it. So here we go. Now, in the NFC, I got the Saints, first seed, Cowboys, second seed, Packers, third seed, 49ers, fourth seed in that weak NFC West division. The Vikings, the fifth seed, if Brett Favre continues to play on that team this year, and the Falcons, the sixth seed. In the AFC, I have the Jets, first seed. That may surprise you because they are a rival of the Patriots, and I root for the Patriots. But if you look at them on paper, they're just stacked, and I think they're too good for the Patriots this year. So I think they get the first seed. The Ravens, second seed with Anquan Boldin, Ray Rice, Joe Flacco. I think they're going to be a really nasty team this year. Colts, third seed. Chargers, fourth seed in a very weak AFC West division. And for the wild cards, I think it will be New England Patriots, fifth seed, probably finishing around 10-6, 11-5, and Cincinnati Bengals with T.O., Ocho Cinco, and Carson Palmer coming in at the sixth seed. Now I'm going to play it out. If these teams are all going to make the playoffs, if they did, what would happen? In my opinion, who would win each of the playoff games? So in the NFC, if all these teams are to make it, the Cowboys and Saints would sit out the first round, leaving the Packers and the Falcons for one game, and the Vikings and the 49ers for another. Looking at the Vikings and 49ers, Vikings are too good, 49ers aren't that good yet to compete in the playoffs. I think they get knocked out. And same with the Falcons. I think Green Bay is going to be a pretty good team this year, and too good for Atlanta and knock them out. So that would leave New Orleans, Dallas, Minnesota, and Green Bay. Now let's go over to the AFC. If this were to happen, the Ravens and the Jets would sit out the first round, leaving the Patriots against the Chargers and the Colts against the Bengals. Patriots, Chargers, I believe that the Patriots would be the better team because the Chargers are coming out of a weak division. Patriots coming out of a very tough AFC East division this year. I think they knock off the Chargers. And I think with the Bengals and the Colts are just too nasty in the playoffs. The Bengals are still a somewhat young team, very inexperienced in the playoffs. And I don't think T.O. and Ocho Cinco would be able to handle the playoff pressure. And I think they would get knocked off. So that will leave the Jets, Ravens, Colts, and the Pats in the AFC. Alright, now back to the NFC. If this were to happen, it would leave a rematch of the NFC Championship game last year, Vikings, Saints, and the other game would be the Packers against the Cowboys. Vikings, Saints, personally, I think the Saints are too good. Brett Favre would get tired, worn down, and I think the Saints would, again, knock off the Vikings ending the season. And with the Cowboys and the Packers, my gut keeps telling me the Cowboys, so that's what I want to do. Alright, so that would leave the Cowboys and the Saints in the NFC Championship game. Alright, now back to the AFC, guys. This would have the division rivals, the Patriots and the Jets, facing off, and it would have the Baltimore Ravens against the Indianapolis Colts. Looking at the Patriots and the Jets, I would love to say for the Patriots to win, but this year I just don't think so. The Jets are too packed and stacked on their roster. They got a great quarterback and great defense, a lot better than the Patriots. So I think that's what it boils down to. And with the Colts and Ravens, again, I think just the Ravens would end up beating the Colts. I think the Colts' magic in the playoffs would end, and it would be the Ravens and the Jets, two stacked rosters in the NFL this year facing off. Alright, so here we go. NFC Championship game. Once again, I'm going to say the Saints, I believe, will make the Super Bowl, knock off the Dallas Cowboys. So I believe that the Saints will represent the NFC with Drew Brees and all their other guys on that team. And for the AFC, I think it boils down to who has the better defense, because both these teams right here have great offenses, great quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. So it would boil down to defense and who would stop the opposing team from getting into the end zone. And personally, I think that would be the Jets. I think they have the better defense, and I think they would knock off the Baltimore Ravens, leaving the Jets and the Saints to collide in the Super Bowl. Now, if this were to happen, guys, please tell me which team you think would win. Personally, I think it's the Jets this year. So, that's my prediction. Jets, Super Bowl champions for 2010. Just because of how stacked they are on their roster and how nasty I think they're going to be this next year. They came so close to the Super Bowl last year. And this year they have added even more pieces to the puzzle. So, that's basically it, guys. Tell me what you think. This is Mary Boston 1 signing out. Peace.